All right, Bruce, I'm far from an expert here, but here we go. This is the P-51D in the Gentleman Jim paint scheme, as you can see. So we're going to do our scan left to right. So first things first, other than the left to right scan, is the parking brake here. For some reason it won't stay on in the sim, but that's pulling the handle here, press on your toes, release the parking brake, release your toes. That should work. On the left side here, you got the flaps. We're going to put the flaps in the full up position. The carburetor, ram air control. This is unfiltered. Full forward is ram, depending on the checklist. I've seen it done with it closed, with it in ram and unfiltered. So we're just going to leave it in unfiltered for now. And then the cold air, the warm air control is in normal. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 6 degrees of right rudder trim in. So there's 6 degrees. Above it is the radiator control. Up is auto, so these two guarded switches for the oil cooler and the radiator, as long as those are up, that's in auto. Throttle's closed, as you can see here. Mixture underneath it here is in idle cutoff. As you can see, we're going to close the throttle. Supercharger is closed. Fuel booster is off. Oil dilute is off. Starter is closed. Primer is off. We have the ignition here is off. We're going to turn the fuel on. We're also selected on the left main tank. You can see fuel quantities here on your left and your right side here just outside your right knee on the floor. So we got plenty of fuel. And that's basically our scan here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the battery on over here, battery, and then generator. And the way we start this thing, crack the throttle 1 inch, fuel booster on, oil dilute for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Primer for 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to open the start cover here. We're going to start, count 6 blades, ignition on, and then mixture to run. So let's see, start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ignition, mixture to run, and throttle back. And I'm sure they'll give you an RPM for that throttle back, and all that good stuff. But there's the gist of it. So you can see the flaps are just now coming up because we'd raised that flap handle before. But now you can uncage the artificial horizon. And I don't know what they're going to have. This gun heating, lights, all kinds of stuff over here. But for warm-up throttle at 1300 RPM, oil temp up to 40 degrees Celsius. So there's 1300 on the RPM. Looks like we're getting just like 18 inches there. Set your altimeter, and then once it gets warmed up, throttle back to 1000 RPM. Run-ups typically, I think, at 2300 RPM. Check the mags, 130 RPM on the mag drop, I believe. And then throttle back to like 650, 700 RPM on the idle for taxi. So there you go, man. Hopefully that helps.